Well, hello and welcome to Talk Time. This week, we're going to focus attention on something which must be very, very interesting to many people across the country. This week, we are talking Menzgold. Talking about customers, clients, national security questions, so many issues. We are just talking Menzgold this week. Welcome to Talk Time.
I'm home. Come to me. Oh, into that, come honey, sir. Dang.
Castle. So when you mean this, Brabba Hanuma, can one carry an acid? Ade, pay an answer. Your mamma said,
Oh, what happened? Try me, back. What for cocoa bit? When it's blue, and answer cho. Some magic. Young Casabe may say, what for cocoa capsules? A dray and upper two, and you minute two, and your friend say, calamity two, drop any, what ten a jum was seen to me, Yuma. One more draw wabia, was this in bed down, Amadeus or DM, what the
A drawing and yama a pim for, one warmer and manu for, and name more fra when you fear do me.
Hello, welcome back to Talk Time. And as I indicated from the very beginning, this week we are talking Menzgold. And we are perhaps privileged, very privileged, to have with us the head of communications of Menzgold Ghana Limited, Mr. Nii Armah Amarteifio. I hope I got the name right.
Got it right.
Welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah. Now, first question. What was or is Menzgold Limited?
Thank you. Menzgold Ghana Limited was a company that deals in gold. So it's a gold dealership company or a gold dealership firm. It was set up around 2013 thereabout. And when it was set up, it was used to called Men's Bank. Then later, we had issues with BOG, and then we changed into Men's Bank. The K was changed to C. We still started having issues with BOG. So we got our license actually to deal in gold in 2016, I think 23rd of August, where we signed a contract or an agreement with government of Ghana, which gave us the authority or the license to purchase and also to sell, and that is to export gold. So that's what we've been doing for the past 4 to 5 years. We purchase gold from the small scale miners, which we have a license to do, and then we export same. Then we came out with a lot of innovations because we have the license to purchase and to export gold. And one of the innovations that we came out with has to do with what we call the gold collectibles, where we bring in the public or customers to come and then purchase gold from a company, which is known as brew marketing. So when you purchase your gold from brew marketing, if you prefer or you like to take your gold to go and trade it anywhere, you have the right to take it. However, since we have the license to trade and we have the capabilities to trade the gold on the international market, you can also give us your gold and then we can trade it for you. And when we do that, we come and share the extra value that we earn on the gold that we've traded, and then we share with the customer. So that's what we do and what we've been doing for the past 5 years.
Now, at the time you were Men's Bank with a K, what were you doing?
Well, it was the same thing. So at that time, we were not trading, we are not dealing in the gold collectibles, but we were exporting. That's what we were doing at that time.
When you were Men's Bank with a K?
Men's Bank with a K. So people come straight, we go to them, we go to the small scale miners, we purchase, and then we export. That's what we do. But because we're getting money, or we've access, customers have access to us to come and purchase, where we take the money directly. BOG has issues with that. So they ask us to stop because they term that to be deposit taking. So that's what happened.
So people could come to you and buy gold?
Yes, straight from Men's Bank.
Now, were you giving the people gold? Were you putting gold in their hands?
Yes, we do.
They could come to the counter and say, I want to buy an ounce of gold.
Well,
and then you pay for the ounce of gold and you get an ounce of gold in your hands. Was that what was happening?
No, what we are selling to them is refined gold. That's what we call the collect, because you can't just give the raw gold to them. It's like walking into a jewelry shop to go and purchase gold watch. It's a refined version of the gold. So that's what we give to them. So they're refined.
So your customers could walk to the counter and pay for refined gold and take refined gold home. Is that what you're doing?
If they want to take it home, they can take it home.
Were they taking refined
Well, some
gold?
of them were taking them home because we can't stop them.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Now, the gold you were selling to your customers at the time when you were Men's Bank with a K, where was the gold coming from?
As I said, we buy from small-scale miners. So, and probably known as that, we call them galamsey. But you see, you know that not all galamseys are doing illegal business. Some are doing legal business. So we purchase our gold from people who have license to mine.
Now, viewers, I think that we've established the beginnings of the company Menzgold. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, Mr. Nii Armah. In fact, I'm told that we should not use Mr. when we use Nii. So Nii Armah Amarteifio, head of communications of Menzgold, will tell us what the current problem is. What is the problem with Menzgold today? Short break.
What's wrong?
They took all my precious stuff.
Did they harm you?
Just when they were about to, they hit the siren and bolted.
Scout the area. You don't have security cameras?
They stole everything.
I thought you used ghost cameras from security.
Security warehouse?
Yes, you should. They couldn't have gotten away the way they did without either being electrocuted or being caught on a CCTV camera.
Honey, I'm home. I have a surprise.
You know when yeah, check this. I'm so feeling some no.
Hey, I'm so good. You're doing it. Minibia, obey my way in to a trap. When I'm a did my wedding, Mr. Q.
She say me a beman kasankasa.
Nichina me now one kasa. Ankasa.
What is saying it?
Aye, we back and then it's strong now. Back up and say, or back and no one which name.
Mr. Wasimini, with your wabua man.
Hey, I can't yadi near more.
At Tufonko Kunlun Ghana Limited, our East Legon, a Champion Junction, for 0244 139 176.
Mr. Q, we are Q.
Crystal Galaxy College of Aviation and Professional Studies
is admitting students interested in aviation courses like passenger handling, flight attendant, airfares and ticketing, and hospitality management. Media courses are broadcast journalism, TV and radio presentation, video editing and production, TV and film directing, and acting. We also have business courses including SAT, TOEFL, remedials, and health courses as well. Contact us on 050 40 50 63 or 050 40 50 64.
Crystal Galaxy College of Aviation and Professional Studies,
a paradigm of academic excellence.
Today, we can't trust sources of water anymore. Confidence is gone due to human activities. Same human activities introduces well-mechanized machines which purifies water. I bring to you ultimate natural mineral water. Deep from underground, tasty, well purified and corporately packaged. Ultimate natural mineral water. Let's drink the new. For bulk, call 020-379-1888 or 0244-515-801. Ultimate natural mineral water. My water, your water, our water.
Well, hello, welcome back to Talk Time, and I guess that is getting interesting, and we are getting to the meat, the crux of the matter. We are in conversation with Nii Armah Amarteifio, the communications director of Menzgold, and we are talking about Menzgold in all of its details. Now, sir, what is the problem now?
Okay, so
what is the problem that the company is getting?
The company is getting. Okay, so as you said, so we've been operating as Menzgold, where customers, when they need gold, they have to go to Brew Marketing to go and purchase that gold. And then if they so wish, they want to go with the gold that they purchased, they can go and trade it wherever they want to trade it. But they can also bring it to Menzgold, where we have the platform to trade your gold for you, and then whatever extra value we earned will come and share with you. So that's what we were doing. At a point in time, BOG came in again. They started issuing notices to the public saying that we are still taking deposits. So we started having engagement with them. We told them that no, nobody comes to Menzgold and purchase gold from us. So we don't take deposits. We do not do that. But then again, it seems like BOG did not accept the explanation we gave to them. So once a while, they will issue a public notice to the customer warning them not to do business with Menzgold because we don't have the license to take deposits. So it was back and forth until I think September thereabout. Then SEC also came in, and then they wrote a letter to us asking us to come over and have
That's the Securities
and Exchange Commission. Mm-hmm. So they wrote to us that they've done their own investigations, and per their investigations, what we are doing amount to securities. So we need to come over and explain to them what exactly the business model is, because they don't seem to understand it. So we went to them, we started engaging the Security and Exchange Commissions. It was been a fruitful discussion we had with them. Then at a point, they came to us at our head office. We had a meeting, we explained everything that we need to explain to them. They seems to be okay. So they invited us again to their office for another meeting. This time around, they are demanding certain informations from us. Mm-hmm. So we told them that they should give us time. We will provide those information that they were requesting. Then on the 3rd of September, they wrote to us that they've asked us to provide certain information to them, and up to now the information hasn't come. And we wrote them back to them and said that, well, we are still working on the information to give to them. When we get all the information, we will bring to them. Then 7th of September, a letter from SEC came to us that is a notice. And the tail end of that letter says that as far as they are concerned, we are operating in, they mentioned a trade called, they said note depository notes. That's what they said we were dealing in. And that goes contrary to section 109 of Act 929. And for that matter, we should shut down the gold vote market. That's the gold collectible. So we're like, oh, you've written to us seeking certain information. We're trying to give you those information. And then on the 7th of September, you now wrote a letter to us and says that we should shut down because we don't have the requisite license to operate in that field. So our first response to that was a letter to them and says that we're not going to shut down because as far as we're concerned, our lawyers are working on those information. And when they get those information, we'll give it to them. Then, so on the 12th, we heard that because in that letter, they stated that if we don't shut down, they will employ the necessary means to shut us down. So to avoid all that, as a law-abiding company, if your regulator says that you should shut down, you have to shut down, and then we can go to the table and then have a discussion with them. So we shut down on the 12th of September, and we started to take them to court because we think that what they've done amount to a breach. So we took them to court. And I mean, I don't know whether you heard about the preliminary objection that they raised when we took them to court. I mean, with BOG being the first defendant and then SEC being the second defendant. So we were the plaintiff in that case. So it troubled. I mean, they raised issues. BOG raised issues. They were saying that we should have come through judicial notice instead of notice. And then SEC also raised same issues, but then the judge ruled and says that, well, as far as she has seen the laws and everything, we should go back to our regulators, sit down with them, and iron the issues out. So that's what happened, and then we shut down, and that's where we are at this point.
Okay. Interesting story. But isn't the crux of the matter that people have invested in your company and they cannot redeem their investment? Is that not the crux of the matter?
Well, at the time SEC came in and asked us to shut down, people have invested their gold with us. And what they do is that at every month, they come to us and then the extra value that we've earned by trading their gold, we share with them depending on the percentage you have to receive. So if you enter into an agreement, contractual trading agreement with us and says that, well, you want to trade with us for 3 months. What it means is that at every month, you come and take your extra value. No, every month for 3 months. So if you have 3 months contractual agreement with us, it means that every month when we trade with your gold, then you come whatever extra value we earn and what percentage that you are supposed to earn, then we give to you. Now, at the end of the 3 months, if you want to roll over, it's your decision to do. But if you said that you are okay, you don't want to trade with us anymore, then you give us notice like 7 days. And then we can now, either you want your gold or you want your principal. And then we can make that available for you. So it's true that at that time when SEC came and asked us to shut down, people have investment with us. But the point is that what we do with their investment is to trade on the international market. So if SEC is now asking us to shut down, and the word was immediately, that's what they told us. So we did that. So we now have to sit down and plan how now we can give back customers their principal. So we started. What we did initially was to come out with a payment plan to pay customers their principal. Because since we are not trading again, that means that we are not earning extra values that we can pay to them. So we had a meeting with them and we told them that we can't give them extra values anymore since we are not trading on the international market, and SEC has asked us to shut down. Okay, so what we can do or what we can give to them is their principal, which they've given us to trade with. So they all agreed, customers agreed that, okay, you can give us our principal. So we came out with a schedule to start paying customers principal. I mean, the first schedule came out. We're not able to follow that schedule religiously as it is because some of them also have issues with the schedule that we put out. You see, So they came in, we had a meeting with them, and they told us that we need to do something about the schedule because the schedule is not favoring them as per what we've come out with. So we said, okay, I mean, these are the customers that we are working with. So if they are saying that we come out with a schedule and they are not okay or with the schedule, we should change. So we changed the schedule. But at that time, we also have a lot of issues with liquidity. Because don't forget that anytime BOG put out a notice that this is what we are doing, what they do with that notice is to press the panic button. So people come in and they want to terminate their contract with us. So a contract that has to travel for like 3 months or 6 months because of the notice, they'll come, hey, what's BOG say? You don't have the license to operate. So what is happening? And they have to terminate their contract and take their principal out. You see, so and you and I know for sure that no company, no financial company, even World Bank, can't withstand panic withdrawal. So we were a bit stretched at that time. So we're not able to fulfill the giving of the principal to most of our customers until get to a point that, I mean, we couldn't do anything again. Then we need to explain to them that now we need to halt and then have the court process to go through, and whatever the court will decide, then we'll take it from there.
Will you ever pay your clients or principals, your clients, their principal?
Yes, we will. We will pay them.
How are you going to do that?
The reason why our boss, Nana Piamensa, is in Dubai was to pursue people who are owing the company and to make sure that we collect those monies and then come and pay our customers, because as I've told you, we export the gold, so we trade and then we get foreign exchange. So when this whole issue started and we were not able to generate money within anymore because we've been asked to shut down, what he decides to do now is to look at the people that are owing us, that we've sold gold to outside Ghana, collect those monies and come down to Ghana and then pay. So one of the company that was owing us money at that time was Horizon Royal Diamonds. They were based in Dubai. And we have shipped almost 750 kilograms of gold to them. At that time that we shipped the gold to them, the contractual value at that time was $28 million. So it was going there to collect those money because we needed the money to come and pay our customers. So when
Master, Menzgold, big company, it has an account. I'm sure if it's dealing in export, it has a foreign exchange account and so on. What was the need for your boss to physically travel to Dubai to go and collect money?
Good. That transaction was done in May, last year, May. It was in 2 tranches, May and April. We shipped 350 and then 400. Now, a week when you receive your gold, you need to make payment. That was in April. So we're looking at June. I mean, Horizon must make payment to us. By June, they haven't made those payments. So we wrote a letter to them. I mean, the final warning letter to them. We told them that we have shipped 750 kg of gold to you. You need to make payments because per the contract we signed with them, by the first month, when they receive it, they must pay us. So why haven't they paid us? So it was back and forth with it. One time they would tell us that they are ready to make payments, so we should come over. We'll go to Dubai, and it's all about talk. Tomorrow their shareholders have to do that before they have to give us the monies and all that. So there were a lot of back and forth with them, right? So now it is time for our boss now to go there physically to find out what exactly is going on, because all the time it was our board chairman who has been negotiating or trying to fight to retrieve the $28 million from this company from them. So when our boss realized that the money was not forthcoming and we needed money to pay customers, he decided to go himself. So that's why he went to Dubai. And when he got to Dubai on the 7th of December, fortunately, he was rather arrested. And the man claimed that Nana Piamens, our CEO, was rather owing him a certain amount of money. And he even made a complaint to the police that he has duped him of $51 million. And a good trading that he was not part of it.
I'm still interested in finding out why the boss of the company decided to personally travel to Dubai to collect a debt. What was the special skill that he took to Dubai in order to retrieve the 28 million?
Because the CEO of the company, that is Nii himself, has written to us, to the company, and asked our boss to come over so that they can sit down and see how they can iron out this issue.
So it was at the invitation of the company in Dubai.
In Dubai.
Which owed you 28 million.
At the time that we provided the gold, or we shipped the gold to them.
Okay,
great.
Fantastic. How much do you owe your customers?
Well, if you recall, when the Ghana delegation went to Dubai to meet with our boss, he engaged them and he gave them all the information that they needed, including how much the company is owing customers. So if you recall, when they came back and then they had interaction, or they reported back to government of whatever findings they got from Dubai, the Minister of Finance, Honorable Kenneth Foriata, had interaction with the soldiers at the barracks, and the president was there. And the question was posed.
Barracks?
Yes, I think the military barracks. So a question was posed by one of the soldiers, because most of the soldiers have their investment with us. So they asked that question, that how much is Menzgold owing customers? And the Minister of Finance, because they've been briefed by our CEO when they went to Dubai, then says that per their checks and per the information they've gathered, it's around 200 million Ghana cedis. That is around $40 million. And I've asked my boss about it, and he has confirmed that indeed that's the amount that we are owing customers. So we are looking at roughly $40 million. That's the amount of money that we are owing customers. But the amount that the Horizon Royal Diamonds were owing us, as at now, if we have to convert, because as you know, gold is always sold at existing world price market. That's what. So for now, if you look at the value, it's around $39 million. All right. So even in our petition or in our communication,
the value of gold you exported.
Yes, the value of gold we exported. And if he has to pay now,
but
that's
the price at which you sold it was 28 million, not
yes.
40, not 39.
But
it was 28 million.
But there's a clause in the contract that we sign with them that at any time that they delay, they have to pay per the existing gold price market. This is part of the contract.
So is it our understanding that the only way your customers can get their money back is if Horizon pays you back?
No. I mean, we have other debtors that also owes us money, and we are trying to make sure that we collect all those monies. I mean, it's a fact. But the point is that
how much is owed you?
I mean, everybody. I don't have those figures now.
So how can we be sure then that those you owe can get their money back if you collect money from those who owe you?
Oh, I mean, the customers are rest assured, because if you look at the communique that we sent to government, what we're telling government in that communication is that if we want government to act as trustees to any judgment that
before you
we
get to trusteeship and so on, you have collected monies from people, a certain amount. People owe you a certain amount. You say that you use the money that people owe you when they pay you to settle your own indebtedness. If you don't know the two values, how can you come to the conclusion that they can get their money?
We don't, because as I said, the amount of money we owe in customers is $40 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
and
much do they owe you? The people
even
who owe
Horizon,
money?
even Horizon is supposed to give us $39 million. $39 million and $40 million. I mean, it's just
There's
the
still a
same.
gap of $1
It's
million.
a gap of $1 million. And we have other people also
That is
owing
even
us.
if we accept what you are saying.
Good. No, fantastic. No problem with that. So, I mean, we have $1 million more to go. And there are other people too who are owing us. The good news, however, is that when we got judgment on the 19th of April, because I told you, the man took him to court and says that he has duped him of $51 million. So that case was tried in the Dubai court. And it was both criminal and then civil court. But as the case was traveling, it got to a point that we were not able to advance enough evidence to substantiate the criminal charges. So that one was dropped. So the civil case, where it was asking the court to ask our CEO to pay him $23 million, because for him, he is saying that we have duped him of $51 million and then he is owing us $28 million. So he has been admitted in court that he's owing us 20. So he has taken the 28 from the 51 and left with 23. So he's asking the court to ask our CEO to pay him that amount of money. That was the civil case that he brought before the Dubai court. And that ruling, the judge acquainted our boss from all the charges and says that no, the man doesn't owe you any money.
So why can't your boss come back to Ghana?
Good. Because when the ruling was given, the judge says that the plaintiff has the right to appeal within 30 days. So within the 30 days, he must be in the jurisdiction in case the man decides to file for an appeal. So his passport was seized from him so that he can't travel outside Dubai until the 30 days when the man decides to file for an appeal. So I think the 11th hour, he filed for an appeal in court. So that's why he's still in Dubai, because we have to go through the appeal process.
But he's a free man in Dubai.
He's not a free man in terms of criminal charges. He's a free man. But not a free man as in like he doesn't have any case to answer in Dubai again because the man has appealed.
No, but if there's a civil suit, his movements would not be curtailed.
Good.
So if it's just a civil suit about indebtedness, why is he still in Dubai?
Good.
Why is he not coming to Ghana?
One, I've told you that his passport has been seized because 30 days you must have and then file a appeal, and the man has appealed. So it means that he has to be in Dubai to fight that case. That's the thing. But why, the question you asked why it's not a free man.
It's a civil suit.
Okay, so at least it should be a free man to walk about. That's what you are saying.
There's no reason, if what you're saying is true, that he can't come back to Ghana. Or he should not be making efforts to come back to Ghana.
Yeah, no, because before he can come to Ghana, we must finish with the appeal process before he can come to Ghana. Because the Dubai people have written to...
the criminal case.
No, the Dubai people have even written to the CID that they can't allow him to come now because he has a case to answer, and that is the appeal process.
So what is being appealed? The criminal case?
The civil. You see, that's what the man has appealed. Because the criminal case, there was the charge of that the man has not duped you of anything per the evidence. But the civil case, the ruling that was given is what they have appealed. Okay? So that's why he has to go to court, and we've started it.
Let's come back a little.
Good.
What is the ruling in the civil case?
In the civil case, the court says that the man doesn't owe you anything. He's not supposed to pay you any amount of money.
Menzgold does not owe
Horizon any money.
Yeah. And then Horizon has decided to appeal against this decision.
Exactly.
Is that grounds for keeping him in Dubai?
But that's why he's in Dubai.
Are you sure?
I'm telling you. Another thing that is keeping him, that has to do with an Interpol red alert that, according to the Interpol police, they received that from CID Ghana. And that Interpol red notice, if you recall, was issued on the 11th of January when, according to the police, they didn't know where or the whereabouts of our boss. So that one was triggered. So on the 24th of March was when he got his bail. And when that one was executed, then the CID Ghana triggered the Interpol red notice on him. So he was rearrested per the red notice and kept in police custody. So as I speak to you now, although he has been acquitted and he doesn't have any liability to answer for in terms of the case, he's still being kept because of the red alert notice. So the letter that the Dubai people have written to the CID is that, as far as they're concerned, until they are able to determine or deal with the appeal process, and at the point that it doesn't have anything to do with the case, then they'll be in the position to now give him to Ghana for him to be what? Extradited.
Okay. So now, sir, once again, same question. Will the customers be paid and when?
The when, I can't answer when. But will they be paid? Emphatically, yes, they will be paid. Because if you look at the communique that we gave to government, you could see that all efforts that we put in is to retrieve the monies being owed to us by our debtors. And we are trying every means to collect those monies so that we can able to pay our customers. So if we are able to get this $39 million plus other monies that we are chasing, and the good news is also that after the 19th of April judgment, now because our business associates, when the case was going on in Dubai, there were a whole lot of issues coming up. So they were laid back a bit. They wanted to know what exactly the situation is. Indeed, this man, our CEO, has defrauded this company. Is it true? So they were lingering. They were thinking, what's going on? Until the 19th judgment came and realized that the allegations that was put against him was not true. So now our business global associates, they are now coming forth now and says that, okay, now we are ready to assist financially to solve this issue amicably. See, so there's a lot of positive signs in ending this quagmire that we are in now. That's why we are calling on government now, because if the man is in police custody and has a limited time to even meet with his lawyers.
That's when he comes here. When Interpol arrests him, they'll bring him back to Ghana, won't they?
No, Interpol has already arrested him and he's there. He's there because of Interpol. In fact, it's Interpol custody. But in custody now, we are pleading, because he's there because of the red alert. That's why we are pleading with government, that government should revoke the red alert on him, so that at least he can have ample time with his lawyers and then strategize on how he can also get other monies being owed him and the company. And also, since the business associates globally have also now expressed interest to financially help in this situation, he can engage them, as you said, by Skype or by email and everything. So at least at the end of the day, when this case is over, we can also be able to get those people to come in to also solve the problem. So that's where we are at this point. So if government will listen to us respectfully to revoke that red alert, I am sure it's going to go a long way in solving this very problem that has been raging almost 8 months now.
Well, viewers, the story of Menzgold, we are trying to unwind it. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the short break, I'd like to ask Nii Armah Amarteifio, Head of Communications of the company, to deal with some of the stories that we are hearing. We're hearing, for example, it is claimed that it is government interference which has brought the company to its knees. Is that true? Is it not true? We'd like to find out a little bit about that. There are stories about how the company sponsored some politicians. Is that true or is that not true? And so many issues. So short break, and when we come back, I hope it will be interesting.
Honey, I'm home. I have a surprise.
You know when yeah, check see. Mommy, so we feel some no.
Hey, I was saying, maybe I'll tell you. Minibia, obey my way na to a trap. When a mammy did do my wedding, Mr. Q.
Sisei ni ye beman kasankasa.
Ni chinaminas one kasa. Ankasa.
What is it here?
Aye, we backwa and then it's strong enough. Backupation or backward, no one which name.
Mr. Wasimini, with your wabua man.
Hey, I can't yadi near more.
At Fonko Kunlun Ghana Limited, our East Legon, a Champion Junction, for 0244 139 176.
Mr. Q, we are Q.
Crystal Galaxy College of Aviation and Professional Studies
is admitting students interested in aviation courses like passenger handling, flight attendant, airfares and ticketing, and hospitality management. Media courses are broadcast journalism, TV and radio presentation, video editing and production, TV and film directing and acting. We also have business courses including SAT, TOEFL, remedials and health courses as well. Contact us on 050 40 50 63 or 050 40 50 64.
Crystal Galaxy College of Aviation and Professional Studies,
a paradigm of academic excellence.
Today, we can trust sources of water anymore. Confidence is gone due to human activities. Same human activities introduces well-mechanized machines which purifies water. I bring to you ultimate natural mineral water. Deep from underground, tasty, well-purified and corporately packaged. Ultimate natural mineral water. Let's drink the new. For bulk, call 020-379-1888 or 0244-515-801. Ultimate natural mineral water. My water, your water, our water.
Yes, Dad. Everything has been installed. Yes. Okay. I will be fine, Dad.
Yeah, but this debate tonight. You gotta keep long, go do the far job. Charlie high tech. She the lie bad go happen tonight. This are no fence.
They couldn't get in this time.
How come?
Security warehouse.
Smart choice.
I guess you have some footage for me there. Crystal clear picture. Pause. I think I know this man. He has a long history with robbery and rape. You are fortunate to have equipped your house with gadgets from Security Warehouse. Call it in. We'll begin the investigation from here.
Control, come over.
Well, hello and welcome back to Talk Time. And we are in conversation with the gentleman, Nii Armah Amarteifio, Head of Communications of Menzgold. We are talking about the problems of Menzgold and so on. Now, sir, is it true that it's government which is giving you all this wahala?
Well, I won't say emphatically yes, but I would say that the reason why we are in this quagmire or in this difficulty is because of a government agency, that is SEC. Because if SEC have not, or let me put it this way, if the conversation we're having with SEC have traveled and they've taken enough information from us, they wouldn't have written this letter on the 7th of September to us to shut down. It's because of this letter that they wrote to us on the 7th of September that made us to shut the company or the gold vote down. It's what has caused this whole problem.
Did you have some gold in the vault when you were being asked to shut down?
Yes, that because we're dealing collectibles, because the collectibles is every day. That one day we do have it. And then,
so you still have the gold?
The collectibles? We still have the collectibles. We still do. Because if you recall,
so why are you not selling it to pay off your customers?
Yes, you see, because you cannot export the collectibles. What you can export is the gold door or the bars. So if you want to do that, if you recall, when in November thereabout, the CEO put out something. It says that they should give him like up to 3 months. Within that 3 months, what we are going to do is to melt the collectibles into doors or into bars so that we can export them, make money, and come and pay the customers.
Do you have a smelting facility?
We do. We do have a smelting facility.
Office?
Yes. It's not in Jowulu, but we have one in East Legon. We have smelting equipment.
That you actually melt gold?
Yes, we do. We do.
Okay.
We do that. So you see,
are you involved in refining gold?
Menzgold? Yeah, we do refine as well. We do.
And you have the license for that?
Of course, if we do that, it means that we have the license to do it. See, what I was trying to say that because if you look at the 7th September letter, and it worries me a lot when I read the letter. You see, because SEC in that letter told us that what we are doing, we don't have the requisite license, contrary to section, I think 109 of the 929. But if you look at the punishment for not having the license to operate, it's not to shut down.
Okay. Now, is it true that you spend customers' money sponsoring politicians?
Well, that's not true.
It's not true
that's
at all.
That's not true at all. You see, our boss is a businessman. Mm-hmm. And you know, in Ghana, as you are well aware, that if you're a businessman in Ghana, you get approached by politicians, both from the ruling and from the opposition. So, of course, some of them have approached him, but to go on record that we've used investors' money.
When they approached him, what was his response?
I don't know his response, but
what were they requesting when they approached him? I'm sure you don't know.
No, of course, they need money to do other things. But I mean, it's not a politician. He's not a politician at all. He's a businessman.
Yeah. Did he help them when they asked for help?
I don't know whether he helped them, but the point is that he has never used depositors' money to sponsor any politician.
How do you react to the suggestion that this was a pure Ponzi scheme?
Good. As far as I know, Ponzi scheme, the way they operate, circulate the monies around. That's how Ponzi operates. The late CEO, former CEO of PMC, I think Mr. Hammond, granted an interview to Israelite. In that interview, he said that for the past 3 years, Menzgold consistently has been the 4th company in exportation of gold. And we've exported over $60 million worth of gold outside Ghana. Menzgold. Now, if you look at the case in court right now and the evidence that is coming up, we've shipped almost around 50 kg of gold to a company known as Horizon, which is around $39 million. How is that possible? How can a Ponzi scheme do this? How can a Ponzi scheme be the number 4th exporter of gold in the records of PMMC?
How much did you collect from your customers? How much?
No, that's what I've given. The amount there.
$40 million.
$40 million. That's the figure now that we are owing them.
$40
million dollars. That's almost 200 million Ghana cedis. So when people say,
so if you collect $40 million from customers, why would you not be able to export gold?
Oh, but even if you look at the records that for 3 years consistently we've been number 4. We've done over 60 million and over. Do you get? And well, if you look at the margin, when the gold trading, gold is a very profitable venture. So, I mean, if people now say, or where the reports start coming in that Menzgold is a Ponzi scheme, people they say that without any evidence, and the reasons are just to crucify and to cripple down the company. And without any evidence whatsoever, is worrying, knowing very well that even the CEO of the PMMC have come out to say that we have been number 4 consistently when it comes to exportation of gold. So we can't be upon this scheme.
Thank you very much. Well, viewers have been talking to Nii Armah Amarteifio, Head of Communications of Menzgold. We tried to ask all the relevant questions. Hope we succeeded, and hope that you have some insight into Menzgold and what has become known as the Menzgold saga. This is where we draw the curtains on Talk Time today, this week, and we'll be coming your way again next week with another very, very interesting interview, hopefully. But before we do that, please keep your dial on Pan-African Television, because we certainly bring you the best in everything: entertainment, sports, news, everything. So keep your dial here until we meet again next week. Today, our director, the director for the show is Darren. Unfortunately, Adam Lumo is not with us, and Darren wants to say goodbye to all of you with all of our crew, cameraman, makeup artist, floor manager, everybody. Goodbye. We'll see you again next week.